temporary. Making my way through the hood, sipping this yak. Niggas finna get blown with the Mac. Black Black Riding around the block with the Glock. Yo ass finna get shot. That's the silencer. Boom, 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 boom. That's the grenade launcher. And I'm gonna kill you. I'm finna drill you. And now you're bleeding. That black. When I shoot you in your neck, the noise go black. You know I will shoot you in your eye just so I can hear the black. Hey, welcome back to podcast number 3. We have a name now. Why we having this convo? That's the name of the podcast. Now that's the name of the open quotes. Why we having this convo? Close quotes. This is the name of the podcast. Now we on episode 3. This is episode 3. Yes, Justin. Hello, Justin. Nigga, get your shit together. Especially because we in the middle of a podcast right now. Get your shit together. Alright. I know you didn't. That's why I'm informing you while I'm talking to you with the banter. Cause I'm smooth like that. I'm sly like that. I'm fly like that. I get high. I don't get high like that. Let me stop. Anyway, today, one of our hosts is not here today. Unfortunately, he may or may not show up. I cannot say for sure. But Tay, the Don Johnson, will not be able to make it here today. Or if he can, he will be late. But in his place, I bought my brother, my right hand. Don't let him pull up on you with the blam, cause he'll knock you clean out. Go to sleep in the teddy bear house. Andrew, say something to the folks. Alright, he left me hanging there. He did left me hanging there. That's crazy. I thought we was peoples, Andrew. You just gonna alright. Say no more. Say no more. But officially though, our other host is here. You couldn't make it last week due to I was about to say that word and I was gonna mess up the word when I said it. I ain't even gonna try to say it no more. Due to circumstances, Black Magic, talk to these people.
I don't even know I was a host.
You was a co-host. I consider y'all co-host. I consider y'all co-host. I mean, like, I'm probably like main host because I do this shit. I consider y'all co-host though. Like, I don't know. That's how I look at it anyway. But I guess we could have here as a guest, since he is here upon the party. This man, he weird. He weird. But Justin, say something to people. You can introduce yourself.
Nah, I don't even think he has his voice there.
He might not. Damn, people might be hearing me talk to nobody. Well, you know what? It's okay. It's if he doesn't, it's better that they don't hear him because he be saying some bull anyway. So we'll leave it at that.
Now remember, Justin, the last time, like after that Uno footage, you couldn't hear yourself. Well, you don't got your thing shit. I don't know if you fixed it.
I mean, if whoever is here watching, which is basically nobody, hopefully they can't hear you for their own benefit. But it's not PG friendly, but it is. This is Twitch, and we do plan on uploading this to YouTube. Honestly, I think the YouTube rules. I think if you don't curse within the first 10 minutes, I think they have you solid for the most part. That's what most people be saying. I don't know, but I don't know if I could go that long without cursing anyway. No, and I am going to upload it to YouTube. Okay. Like even if they had rules, like first of all, we're black. We'd probably get demonetized for being black anyway. What? 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 Oh my god, bro.
What kind of coonery?
Oh my gosh.
This is not what our ancestors fought for.
This is man. Uh, like I don't keep much restrictions on this. Just like I mean, like you're not stupid. You know about Twitch and YouTube and how they be moving. Yeah, don't say the full 19 word out. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube be, you know what I'm saying. But first of all, Kyrie, I'm not gonna lie to you. This one is not even on the docket. I just seen this recently, and I gotta talk about like how much I don't care and how much like people just gotta learn to let stuff die. You know what I'm saying? People they gotta learn to let things die. So as you know, the new Suicide Squad movie came out. You know what I'm saying? I said Kyrie, but you know Justin, you involved here too, as I said already. But that's fine. We're not gonna talk about the movie. We're not gonna talk about the movie. It's all good. But like with this coming out, at least before it came out, I know David Ayer had put some tweets out, and I don't know if he put some tweets out or he did an interview, and he was saying how that the previous Suicide Squad movie that came out, it wasn't his movie. He was saying he said that the movie he had was a drama. It was drama something. But then like I mean he said it in a good way though. But like so people clamoring behind it now, and people like, oh, we want the David Ayer cut. Release the David Ayer cut. We want the David Ayer cut.
It's not even new. Even before the movie came out, there were interviews like that popping off. Like how Kingston was like, listen, the movie that we're putting out, it's not just my movie, you know, it's a collaborative effort, all that, you know, Jazz itself seemed humble. I mean, he's a decently humble person. What I have heard from him, I know him personally, so you can only just, you know, go off hearsay. But between all of that, I'm listening to David Ayer Cut to see just how much different it would have been, especially after if you want to call it a success, the Snyder Cut from Justice League that came out earlier this year.
See, that's the thing. See, like, all right, so part of the reason why, like, I wasn't even gonna talk about it because I mean, not that I didn't care, because like, even if it's something I don't care about, I prefer to bring stuff that we could talk about anyway, because you never know what could come of it. But like, there wasn't much to really go off of, so I wasn't really gonna talk about it. Now the reason why I bring it up to talk about it though is because a picture had came out from the cut, from David Ayer's cut, that had Deadshot and Harley Quinn kissing, and it's literally just a picture. It's not a video, nothing. It's just a picture. Now people seen it, and the internet do it. Hey, you see this? You see this? Drop the David Ayer cut. Drop the David Ayer cut. And now I'm like, all right, now, like, if you wanted it before, yeah, fine. But if this is your motivation for having the David Ayer cut, then this ain't it.
I mean, I don't know what to say other than people just being horny. I mean, that's just people anyway to a T. But then even so, that even brings to question how like I want to say this is like about maybe a day or two ago. How I don't know if they have a set director for Gotham City Sirens, but people were talking about, man, you want James Gunn, David Ayer to do this? Let a woman handle it. I forgot this woman's name. I don't know if I've ever seen a movie ever directed by her in my entire life, but they're like, she's the perfect fit. Do not let a man, you know, write a movie or control a movie with 4 female leads. It's going to be dramatically different. I'm like, well, I get you. And like, if you're going to want that some kind of energy, you know, right? Then don't turn on the horny and be like, oh yeah, I need to cut with Harley doing some things. And you just ain't interested in that kiss. I mean, that's not even special. It's just a kiss. But like, hey, it's Harley. So who knows what it could have possibly led to in said movie. So,
You know, it's like everybody like now everybody think that everything is gonna be the Zack Snyder and I forgot the name of this other director thing. The other director, so everything's gonna be different. It's like that wasn't the case with David Ayer. It's not like they took. It's not like David Ayer stopped filming the movie and they got a new director in. Like there's studio interference and like that. That is different. And I'm like, not everything is gonna be a Zack Snyder cut. And even at that, bro. No, I'm gonna say the Zack Snyder cut. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I want to say. I'm saying. You ain't ask me. I ain't ask you. They gonna think. Oh, people gonna think I'm so disrespectful the way I'm talking to you right now. Yo, shut up. You deserve to be disrespected. Screw you.
Just doesn't. You're only being the contract earnest. So somebody got to take off the man. Being the contract back.
But nah, but like, not everything is gonna be that. Like people gonna have to figure that out. And then like we obviously we haven't talked about the Snyder Cut on here, but like in my opinion, the Snyder Cut, while it is better than the original per se, it's not by much. Like there's certain things that's done better, but there's also certain things that's better in the original one than what was done in the Snyder Cut too. So like not everything is gonna. It's like for the difference between those movies, it's not like it was just a better movie as like it was a better movie as a whole, but it's not like oh it went from trash to being the best movie in the world. Like it's still just an alright movie. Like it's still nothing compared to any of the Avengers movie. Like Snyder Cut didn't come out and it was like yo if the Snyder Cut came out, bruh, it would have rivaled the Avengers movies. Like no, it was not that good. I don't even know what they thought about it. Well, that's all I want to discuss about it for here, cause I ain't no use to beating the dead horse like that.
Given how much money they spent on production, they kind of had to put it out anyway.
Yep.
Now,
No, I just mean the conversation about the movie. But yes, I just want to talk about the David Ayer thing right there real quick, just for a split second. Also, Justin, I don't know how much you're gonna know about this because you're not much of a wrestling head. Like I don't know if you're much of a wrestling head like that. I don't recall you being such. But is NXT dead in the water? Is NXT done for, bro? Like, will NXT ever be the same as to how it used to be? I specifically said you might not be able to do it. Alright.
Now.
I can't even touch that.
Yeah, that's completely
wholly different.
Now, of course, we're not going to spend too much time on this, but dead is not the word, but it definitely won't ever be the same again. Never. Like the days of the Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, the Undisputed Era, Insanity, all that is just done. It'll never ever replicate. And two, I don't even think it'll ever go back to the days where you had like the veterans of rookies, like like the Miz and Daniel Bryan situation stuff. Now it's just gonna be no more than another quote unquote brand underneath the E. And as it stands right now, like the only brand really doing anything with their stuff like effectively is SmackDown. And even then, like,
That's still a bit of a stretch.
that's on the person per week, you know? If it's not tied to Roman Reigns or, I suppose to an extent, like Corbin, you know? It's like, what's
Corbin
really
is really
happening?
dope to watch. Not really dope, but Corbin is a good storyline.
I mean, like, they already are butchering the WWE title over on Raw. You know, Alexa Bliss's stuff is just a pain, nothing but pain these days. Is like at this point, literally everything just feels so sour, NXT included.
Yeah. Like I literally like with all the news for the releases and stuff, like it's also been like it's tough to watch the product. I mean, not even that I watch the product anymore because I really don't. I mean, I was watching NXT, but even now it's like any of that stuff is just tough to watch now because like it's hard to not think about these situations while you're watching it. And like I don't like, especially like with the rumors about like them like with there being an inner power struggle. Like it's crazy because like even if you don't watch wrestling, I think it's a very interesting topic because it's literally like watching. It's like the inside topic is like seeing a TV show because you literally have one side trying to form against the other, or at least this is what it seems like is going on backstage. We have Triple H's side and the way he wants to do things for NXT. When you have like pretty much like a lot of Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn's side, and they're not with Triple H, and they're doing all this stuff to seem like to take away the goodness of Triple H's product, or maybe even try to push him to the side in terms of the company. And it's actually
Which is
crazy.
just like a lot of irony. 'Cause even if you're not a wrestling fan, you probably heard the name Triple H, you know? So everybody knows the guy that does the water bottle spits shit out, you know? Of course, people don't really remember him having delicious locks he used to have, but ain't the case no more. But, like, if you are a wrestling fan, you ain't, you're like a fan, you know, like, how Hunter used to be, you know, back in the day, in the 90s and 2000s, you know, like, he brought himself in. You know, he hung around like the guys at the time. He was with Shawn Michaels, he was with Kevin Nash, he was with freaking Scott Hall. You know, and all three of them were very prominent in the WWF at the time. You know,
Mm,
and then two of them left, and in a controversial manner. So
hugely
it's now
controversial.
up to Sean being punished or Paul being punished. And with Sean being the champion, it's like, well, see, now you got to take all them lashes. He ain't like that. So he made sure he was working his way up backstage that he ain't gonna get that shit done to him anymore. Hell, he's married to Mr. McMahon's daughter. You're piping the boss man's daughter, basically. And you have kids with him.
Shit,
He's
his
been
grandkids, Vince McMahon's grandkids.
constantly, he's been world champion the third most in the company's history. Um, no, third or fourth, either one of those. But it's like now he's mellowed out and everything. The people want him to succeed in all this stuff, especially because he's been in the ring. Now, of course, Vince's been in the ring. He's been doing a lot of stuff. He's done commentating. He was a businessman. He was all of that. So I guess he did have the. He's a genius. Just that nowadays Vince is just off his rocker. But like with Hunter, Paul was expert right now. Like he's in his 50s. You know, he's seen multiple territory stuff. You know, he knows all the ins and outs. He's been bringing in all these like international talents to do these things. And now that he's being denied this stuff, it's like, well, ain't that a
Seriously, the irony is definitely not lost on me in these situations. And that actually is really crazy. And like it's crazy how he was the one keeping a lot of people. I mean, like you said, like it's crazy how he was the one who before he was keeping a lot of people down, and now he's looked to be the saving grace of the company. He's the one doing the best part of the company, the one that people enjoy the most. And it's crazy how a change like that could happen. Like it's literally like somebody wrote a TV show, and it's literally happened before our eyes. But I mean, yeah, I don't think NXT will ever really be the same. I really don't.
And not to mention all these talks of them selling to, who knows? I mean, like, the whole budget cuts they're making off of talent. Who are they possibly selling this empire to in the wrestling world? Because let's face it, I mean, whether we like it or not, WWE is like the premier wrestling brand on the planet.
So, hey.
So it's just like.
Go ahead.
Well, where does it go from here?
Man, who really knows? Don't know. But that's it for the NXT discussion. And with that, we will move on to our main bracket list right here. Like, first of all, Sony buying goddamn Crunchyroll. What kind of news is this?
Well, I mean, it was talked about for a while, and
it for sure was.
So what happened, Justin? Yeah. See, I'm not one of the people that's entirely skeptical about it. I mean, there are some less than obvious downsides to it, but in the grand scheme of things, Funimation and Crunchyroll have had several different iterations of partnerships before. I mean, they were both part of the Verve premium bundle before Funimation backed out a month into its conception.
For sure.
And the main thing is like Funimation and Crunchyroll, them being two of the leading anime providers on this side of the world, you know. They're not really at direct competition with each other. I mean, Funimation is definitely in a partially different league because they're the one handling like all the dubs and simuldubs at that, whereas Crunchyroll is just giving you regular content, whether it be sub, dubbed, or K-dramas and J-dramas. But they weren't in competition with each other. Them now having this, it's just them going against piracy, which, let's face it, us old anime heads had to pirate some anime.
Because there was no other dang way to watch it.
Whether it be looking through some fake Spanish subs on YouTube that they split up into like 5 parts on the parts of the net. And then, of course, there's all the KISS servers, you know, and all the other stuff. So, if anything, it's just one power play to get rid of all those other ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I do remember the talks that it was in the talk, not the talk. I do remember that it was the rumors and the talks about it happening. I just wasn't sure if we'd see the day that it came to fruition.
I mean, but again, like, with Funimation, like the leading dub thing over in the Americas, and now depending on what happens, because we still don't know like 99% of the details regarding what this is going to entail, because they both have their own streaming services. So are they going to merge those into one? We don't know. But Funimation, they're also an agency. They have their own like cast members and stuff. And a lot of the time when they acquire anime 2 dub, like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have their own people participating in said dubs. So I don't know what their casting decisions are gonna be like now they're gonna have more staff. Plus other VAs out there trying to put their hat in the ring, which they definitely do look at. There's people like Anais Quinones or whatever, I think that's what her name is. That was like Harriet and Ruby, which is definitely not either one of their projects, Lucy's project. He was Echidna in ReZero Season 2. The dark skinned chick that everybody sends over in My Hero. That showed up in like Season 4, I think.
Naruki.
But yeah, there's other people outside that you can definitely talk about. But they definitely have like homegrown talent within their own company. But then there's also other companies like Sentai Filmworks and High Dive that also handle all the dubbing and stuff. So what's gonna happen to them?
Oh, what happened to High Dive?
No, I'm saying like with this new partnership, what's gonna happen to things like
Oh,
Sentai
what's going to? Okay, I got you. Yeah. No.
Now, I hear from me, but
no, Kai just sounds. It's not really an echo. It's just he definitely sounds weird because he's on his phone, not a PlayStation.
Yeah,
I do not hear that actually.
No, I hear it too, but I can't do it. Because my headset should have been here by now, but USPS is holding me, so.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, like it's a fun prospect to think about and look at, but it also does. I mean, as you pointed out, it definitely concerns me a lot as to them having the monopoly on the access to anime. Because like the part of the reason why like a lot of these pirate sites worked so well was because first of all, let's keep it 100. Crunchyroll and Funimation don't have all of the anime.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if there's one good thing coming out of it, it's that it's the expansive library. Because Funimation and I severely hope that if they merge.
Well, that's just only if you have the free version.
Well, I mean, sure. But I mean, because Funimation's player, it's disgusting.
Well, Hulu had a free version too.
Yeah.
People pay to skip the ads on Hulu.
I remember when Hulu used to be free. Oh, those were good days.
Oh man, those were the days.
Were they? They had like 3 flipping ads back to back. It was heavily annoying. I would not call them the days.
No, even then, at some point, it was just regular. I remember back in high school, because our man G was telling me to watch Tiger and Bunny. I'm like, I'll check it out. We're gonna watch it.
Oh, okay, you talking about for the anime aspect? Okay, cause I wasn't watching Hulu for the anime aspect at first.
No,
and
it was
that was back in like 2013.
And back then, it was one of those pirated links too.
Cause like there was a time where I wasn't even using Hulu like that. But
I was saying it was one of those pirated links, like way back. Like it was considered one of those. Like if I would go to an anime site, like Hulu would be one of those links.
Nah, I could tell you straight up. Like before I was using Hulu for anime, the reason why I used Hulu was cause they had some of the Fox shows on there. And I was Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my show. I used to love watching that show.
I mean, they picked it back up again. I don't remember what came of it. I think some other network picked it up for like two new seasons or something like that.
Oh, so that show was just getting passed around.
Which is crazy because it's an insanely funny and good show that I have not watched in a while just because I haven't watched one in a while. Nah, I know for a fact I'm not fully caught up on the show.
I think it's 5.
Oh, for sure, it was one of those shows that was good for it. Yeah. Alright, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about something that I am wholly interested in, and I'm not gonna cap. Some people might be like, why would you like that? Why would you be in that idea? I'm interested in this idea. It's an interesting prospect. Mountain Dew Hard. Essentially, Mountain Dew is putting out drinks with, I believe, 8% alcohol in it.
Well, you enjoy that, good man.
Whoa. First of all, Mountain Dew isn't nasty. Alright, don't. You think Mountain Dew is nasty? Nah, we gonna talk about this. But it's.
That's kind of crazy.
Nah, their newest orange one is pretty heat. I can't remember, it's like Baja something. I really don't know what's called.
Well,
I mean, but still a Mountain Dew drink.
You're bugging.
Not all Bajas are good. Like the Baja, like pineapple, was absolute trash. It was the worst thing I've ever drank.
Their Baja Blast, like you're wow. First of all, Mountain Dew is delicious. You shouldn't drink it all the time.
No, hold on. What sodas do you like more than Mountain Dew?
Okay, I can name a couple of sodas I'll pick over Mountain Dew.
No. I want to hear Justin's.
Okay.
If I hear. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay,
No, get out. What?
What did he say?
What?
Wait.
He said Canada Dry. The Canada Dry. He said Canada Dry and then Schweppes.
Nah, Sprite is definitely
Canada Dry.
Canada Dry? Nah.
What? Canada Dry is the better ginger ale.
Even so, none of them can be above Mountain Dew. And Root Beer, definitely not above Mountain Dew.
I'm not putting Schweppes over Mountain Dew. Schweppes is buns.
No.
Are you putting orange soda over Mountain Dew? It's a close second. Well, bro, I'm putting orange soda. I'm putting orange soda over Mountain Dew any day of the week.
Just
bro.
I was about to say, no, you know what? Let me not.
You're retarded.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
no,
so you're not even a soda person.
say,
So why are you even having this conversation with you?
He's not.
Now, I have a question though. Because if you get this answer wrong, we're done talking.
Talk to him, Kyle.
If it's on his opinion, is it really wrong? If it's an opinion?
Yes. Now shut up. Is Coke better than Mountain Dew?
Only to niggas like you. Oh.
You're personally a what person? No. Okay. You like Pepsi better than Coke? Okay, I can respect it. I can respect it.
Alright, I'll take it.
Cause I fuck with Pepsi. I'm behind the wall. What the?
Well, what do you mean the fight? You mean like the punch, the fizz? Yeah.
You talking about like the kick it has or something?
You talking about the fizz? It's the fizz.
I don't ever hear a beer referred to as a bite.
Yeah, I never heard nothing like that either.
Cause you don't use you can use bite when discussing a drink, but nobody really uses it for soda. They use it for more like actual drinks kind of shit.
Nah, I never heard of that before.
Well, that makes sense.
Man, root beer ain't real soda. Now we could talk about it. Root beer ain't real soda. All right, that don't count.
I don't even like root beer, so.
Root beer is alright.
It's alright, but it's just not real soda.
Me. Like, it's not in the right.
It's just not.
It's fine.
It's just not real soda. And I like cream soda. What? I'm just saying root beer is not real soda.
I don't like all the too sweet shit.
I didn't say I don't like root beer. I just said I don't consider it real soda. I don't consider cream soda real soda either, even though it's called cream soda with soda in the name and whatnot. Well, like, I don't consider it real soda.
I mean, in regards to the Mountain Dew hard, like, I gotta know what the formula is, because if it's gonna taste like Mountain Dew, it's just...
Bruh, if they get the cherry, oh my gosh. Like a cherry alcohol flavor of Mountain Dew, bro, that'd be fire.
But I'm saying, like, if it tastes how I imagine it tasting, there are much better alternatives.
Oh no, definitely. Okay. I mean, I just imagine alcohol, Mountain Dew with alcohol in it, cause like people mix alcohol with Mountain Dew anyway, so like I don't really see that much of a difference. If they're just putting the alcohol straight into the Mountain Dew. Yo, people need to learn to close their portals, bro. Split gate.
Bootleg Halo. Well,
I wouldn't call it bootleg Halo. I mean, the gameplay is definitely similar to Halo, but I still wouldn't call it bootleg Halo because of what's different about it. That would be a better comparison, but it's like if Quake had portals, for sure. Pretty much. The reason why people say Halo is because it feels as good as Halo with the gunplay, the response, and the responsiveness in the feel.
Oh, except for the headshots. Headshots are so free. Fine.
Hey, it still takes good aim.
It takes decent aim. Like, it's pretty easy to get headshots.
1v1 me then. It's funny that we're talking about it. I literally just got a headshot for sniping. Bruh, okay, I do not understand how you people have a problem with the 1v1 me talk. Like, it literally shows who's superior in the game. Yes, it does. And if you're better than them, you'll beat them even if they're using a cheese weapon. I've done it before. Like, if you can't beat, like, that's like saying, oh, you can't beat somebody in Tekken because they're using Eddie. Like, what? That's not a good excuse. Granted, yes, it's more of a challenge, but if you're that nice, you will win. Prove your superiority. Oh my gosh.
I don't even entertain joints like that, to be honest. Like, I'll entertain it like a good few times. I had to do it a lot in For Honor, but...
Alright, that's For Honor, bro. Like, you be rolling over people in For Honor.
Extra variables going on.
Like, yeah,
but I'm, you know, it means means nothing to me because I was top 500 For Honor several times. It literally means nothing to me.
It's respectable credit. But, oh yes, I don't know if the rest of the audience, I mean, they probably figured it out by now, but co-host Tay has appeared, so as you can see, he did make it on time to the stream. Say hi to Tay, people who aren't here.
Man,
hey,
too much in one night. Man,
It is what it is.
my boy came back from jail something different. Shit.
Is is he a prison wife?
No, no, nah, nah. My boy, it was the one I was talking to Johnny about at Bianca's party. The one who was in jail. Well,
You throwing
for
out
the whole
names, Tay.
kidnap. He don't. They don't. I'm not. They don't. Joe's not his real name.
Oh, okay. Alright. No, because you threw out somebody and somebody else's name on top of that. That's why.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, no one's gonna find a guy. If they see the Johnny that I was talking about, they won't know Johnny. They won't know who Johnny is.
It's funny you said that because I thought you
right.
said Johnny for a second, or somebody that we know. And I was like, oh no.
I do know. I do know.
I don't know.
And Johnny.
Get that grammar correct. Oh, I didn't get my shout out. That's crazy. But yes, he's talking to you. Your grammar was trash.
Yeah, I forgot to put and.
It's an
You
Johnny.
said you know a Johnny. It's an Johnny. There's a vowel. And
That's facts. Hey, don't be mad because your English is trash.
I'm trying to fix that.
Our ancestor didn't fight for you to be able to say that like that. Our ancestor didn't work so hard for you to be able to say that so confidently.
Talking about you don't know how to read.
Coon. Coon. Anyway, but as far as the Mountain Dew hard goes, I hope that it tastes as good as its possibility allows it to be able to taste. I really do. But it could really be a fire drink. It really does have the potential for that. So, here's to Mountain Dew doing the do. Saying do like you from Baltimore do. I do Baltimore people talk like that? Well, that's a different conversation. Nah, that's a different that's a conversation for a different time. Okay, the next topic actually goes into why this podcast even needs to be called Why Are We Having This Convo? It's things like this that just I hate people, alright? Let me say this for the viewers. Let me say this for anybody who knows me knows that I hate people. I don't like people. You know why? Because people are I didn't say that they did, you coon. Lee.
Hello? Can y'all even say that?
I don't know.
Cool? Yeah.
I feel like you can. I don't think it's nothing to get banned off of.
Cause I thought like that.
Mr. Can't finish his sentence. Shut up.
I thought like, cause I'm pretty sure that I thought that term qualified like as one of those slurs, but I could be wrong. So I don't think you could really say that on Twitch.
I ain't partnered. All right. I ain't got no YouTube ad revenue. All right. So until we get to that point, I'm gonna ball out like it is. Partly. Not 100% committed to it. I'm not 100% committed to that.
So what are you gonna do? Drop the hard ER on live or something?
Listen, I'm not 100% committed to that statement. I'm not 100% committed to that statement. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not just talking shit on my ass. Look, I'm not 100% committed to that. All right.
Bruh, tweaking.
Anyway, all right. Tell Justin to act right. That's all you gotta do. Tell Justin to act right. Cause you don't know how to act right.
Basically, like I can't really say anything to Justin because I gained a whole lot of respect for Justin, like literally like a week ago.
Yeah. I missed that. Oh, that could have been.
So I can't even tell him to act right on this.
Oh.
Ooh. bruh. Bruh.
Nah,
Oh my gosh.
I don't blame.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, so yeah, as to why this podcast is one of the reasons as to
Well,
why
I
this
mean,
podcast is named as
you want
such.
to just up to speed because I damn too.
Oh yeah, I got it. But so a while ago, I'm saying a while ago because I don't know exactly when this happened. I think it was earlier this week, maybe like I'm not even gonna try to give a time for it. I don't know exactly when this happened. But a man named Cameron Herron, I believe that's how his name is pronounced. Cameron Herron. Might I just say his name is so weirdly close to Heron. Like why is his name that close to Heron? I'm just like I'm just curious myself as to why that is. But yeah, so he was involved in a street race, and while driving 100 miles per hour, all right, 100 miles per hour on the road, he hit a mother and daughter, and they unfortunately passed away, and so they were it came out, his verdict came out today as to what his charges are. He pleaded guilty, by the way. He pleaded guilty. I believe it's vehicle manslaughter, if I'm not mistaken. But he pleaded guilty, and his verdict came out today. Now, I will say this before I get on with the rest of the story. Cameron is this story isn't directly involving Cameron. It is involving people, because people are so stupid. So there's a couple of people out there on social media who have seen this and seen this man's verdict, and they have jumped to the defense of this man, saying that his punishment should not be so he should not get as bad of a punishment for the crime he's committed. As some people have said, oh, you know, for one night of fun and a mistake, his punishment doesn't equate to that. What is wrong with you people?
Now,
Like,
mind you, Mr. Heron is what we call a Caucasian.
no, it's not even just that. Because part of the reason why people have come to his defense is because some of the people thinks that he looks good. So because he looks good, some people have come to his defense upon the situation. But see, I don't want to say all of that because, as I said, the man himself pleaded guilty to his crimes. He didn't bring this upon. He didn't ask for nothing. His mother didn't say anything about that or anything related to this situation or not. It's just people. It's people.
Yeah,
it's other people.
I don't put nothing on this man Cameron. Like he fessed up. He didn't run. He ain't tripping no blame. He was like, yeah, I did it. I feel bad. I plead guilty. That's fine.
But you have to remember,
do your time.
Yeah. But you gotta remember this too. We're in an age where people still justify like sexual crimes still, and they've been defended playtime where judges have given people slaps on the wrists for being athletes, saying, oh, he had one night of fun.
Oh, don't even get me started on that athlete talk.
And particularly, it's a genuinely white athletes. Like the last one I read was on a swimmer. And he's like, oh, one night of fun. He has a bright future, rah rah rah. I'm like, but he had fun at somebody else's expense, and he just like Cameron, he was having fun at the expense of those two people.
Go ahead, Justin.
I missed all of that. Damn.
Nah, go do. It's like, what was it? So you want somebody? So you want somebody to waste the whole vehicle just to kill him with it?
Well, I'll endorse that. But
I don't need it because
his
we have
sentence, you know, the way the criminal justice system works, and I believe they're in Florida because I remember I read the seven about the Florida police. He was sentenced to 24 years. Now the thing that I
24
don't
years.
Get that I didn't get clarification on because I've read in some parts that this happened when he was 18. He's currently 21. Now, if this would have happened like a year ago, and I can understand why it took so long for us to happen because, you know, COVID, everything was like basically shut down. A lot of cases got suspended and halted. But if this happened 3 years ago, I don't know if it did, but it doesn't. Why did it take so long?
Man, who knows, bro?
I know Floridians are weird. But I'm like, 3 years?
And you know people be making fun of our justice system, man. It don't work
But
out.
even with that aside, it's like the people which we already talked about partially. It's like,
plus,
you come to the
I
main
think,
gate talking about, oh, it's too severe. Look at him. He's too young. He's too pretty to be a prison for all that time. I'm like, excuse me.
But so, you know, like people went to jail for dozens of years for a dime bag, and that was just like, and sometimes it don't have to be yours. You just gotta be in your car.
That's right.
Car, and it like, go ahead. Like,
reimburse who? Oh, I don't know if they're reimbursed per se.
The reimbursed thing, but I know some of them were let out. But like the thing is, though, that's a whole process in itself right now too.
And on top of that, I don't even know if they said that they were taking it off of some people's criminal records. On top of that,
facts.
Well, just because it's decriminalized, I mean, like, I think if you still possess more than a certain amount, you still gotta, you know, do time.
They definitely most certainly will.
No, that sucks.
And plus, it's like, and the whole thing with Hammurabi's code, we society as a whole cannot handle that.
I would love if we could do. God dang it! I would love if our society could properly implement that. But
Texas is something else because it's like.
Yeah,
sometimes there's
the state you don't talk.
It took so long to reload.
Texas will just OD when it comes to death penalty. Because remember, like,
especially on the blood.
The young person who got the death penalty was like a 14-year-old black boy, and not too many people know that shit.
Like, we can't be black living in these places that got death penalties. You crazy?
Like the dude who started the Crips.
Yeah, but they don't use it. No, they don't use it at all. One.
I think they're too on death row. But I don't think they've sentenced anybody in like the last 4 years.
4 years? It's been 4 years? I thought it's been more than that. Never mind that.
Hey, to me, that
4 years is not a huge gap to me.
No, I could have sworn somebody was prosecuted for one while we were in high school. I could be wrong, but it was at least talked about.
Oh my gosh, they can't tell me that wasn't sexy.
But what was the next topic? I feel like we got into a whole tangent on this.
I mean, you already know. You already know it's all good. You already know it's all good. You know I ain't concerned about that. Tangents and whatnot.
The common people.
What's the next one?
But yeah, so the next topic of conversation. Sorry, I had to get that kill real quick. The next topic of conversation. Little Nas X's variety interview. I don't got too. I don't have any quotes from the whole interview. I'm gonna be paraphrasing here. But essentially, what he said what was talked about in the interview. He was talking about, I believe, I don't know if he was questioned, but I know it was talked about as to why he doesn't speak on homophobia in hip hop often. And one of the reasons that he had gave is because he is, I'm paraphrasing again, that he is the minority in such a topic, and that like speaking on it in such a manner could possibly get him ostracized or stuff like that.
Ostracized, blacklisted.
Yeah. So right now he's on the defensive in the situation, and so he doesn't want to speak on it at this moment, which I completely understand.
You know who's oddly silent about too, surprisingly?
Who?
The homophobia. And not really defending Lil Nas X, Young M.A. I don't think Young M.A. is like said too much, and Young M.A. got hit with like a lot of it. A lot of homophobia, and then like she's yet to say anything on average. Probably just used to it, but
she
still at the same
did
time.
Get hit with some of it when she first came out. I don't think it was.
Even recently is like there was a whole joint people were continuing like, you know, like, oh, she's gonna get pregnant, but she wants to have a kid when like she has a whole girlfriend that's going to have the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people are just saying like a lot of crazy ish word.
No. Well, you kind of defeated what I was gonna say then. 'Cause I was gonna say I don't think it was as bad. Excuse me, as like what Little Nas X has been.
And people call her the D word on a regular basis too.
They do say that. They do on a regular basis.
I mean, like, is it homophobia in hip hop in general or in the industry?
In hip hop in general.
Okay. Now, see, if it's the fans, then that's a whole other layer. But if we're talking about the industry, then like that's literally like a giant that cannot be slayed. At least not in the present today. Because like even with it just reminds me about how like you know those memes talk about man hip hop back in the day used to be straight. What's all this gay shit now? And they'd be playing like some sus tracks right back in the day. You know? Like there's a lot of DL gay stuff happening in rap and hip hop. They just don't talk about it because it's going to damage the street cred. Now, we know who was participating in the DL stuff? Not really. But there's been enough evidence to show that some pretty high up important people have been engaging in the sword fight on occasion. So it's like, where do you really go? Now, for somebody like Lil Nas, it's like, well, what's he got? What's he got hiding? You already know the whole deal.
And plus, it's like, you don't have only like people who we don't mess with, like gay people. You really have to deal with Christians too, because the whole context of the video, which is like, come on, bruh. Like, come on. Like, you got people saying like he's like a devil worshiper. I'm about to say, I can't say the same. Like, I'm about to say, we can't say they're the same. Cause like, there are plenty of people who like, for example, I was watching a Noah Jumper interview, a guy named C-Mac, which I'm a fan of. He's hilarious. But like, he said, I'm feeling like I like Old Town, but the moment he found out he was gay, he was like, yeah, I'm not messing with his music anymore. Like, you know, he called him a custer. Like, come on, bruh. That doesn't speak in it itself. Like, I say that homophobia is completely different from like, you know, what people are. I guess like from like what you're trying to say. If it was like, if you're trying to say that they were different.
Repeat what you said,
Bruh.
No, it's not that. It's no. I didn't mean repeat and everything that you said. I just meant that last part because you said I guess it's like what you said, and then like you I don't know what happened to your sentence. Yeah, like you started mumble rapping after that. I didn't hear anything he said. He just said it's similar to what you said. And started doing his little Uzi flow. Like I know, that's just one part that I meant to repeat. I didn't mean repeat everything you said, cause I heard every other thing, not every other thing, but I heard everything besides that you said pretty much.
Gotcha.
But
no.
I was trying to find out too. I was trying to find out too. Cause he said I got you. I was like, nigga, you gonna say it?
No, I didn't say I got you. I just said got you. Like I understand what you're saying, but I'm not gonna do it.
Exactly. You said it. I was like, all right, are you gonna say it so I can hear? Well, okay. As he said, I guess he's not gonna say it cause he too. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. But all right. But I mean, yeah. I mean, like I do feel like homophobia is. I mean, it's definitely. It's definitely, I'm not trying to say a thing, but it's definitely blatant in the hip hop community, cause that's I mean, like I'm not even gonna try to explain it. I'm not trying to go into the deep dive of it, but you're like most people already know. You already know what the hip hop community is. Yes, it is a thing that is. Oh, I hate you. It's definitely a thing that is blatant in the hip hop community, and. I mean, it might be.
In a lot of places, yeah. But I mean, like, look at it this way. Like, because when they about young anime, I mean, like, well, let's be real. You're most definitely gonna find more support when it comes to, girl relationship than guy. And that's anything. Because, even when you see how, like, some of our, like, girlfriends act and stuff, like, they'll be mad close to, like, any of their girlfriends or female friends in any shape or form. Yeah, hell, even strangers. Like, they interact with each other on completely different levels. If they do a little something, they don't really get, like, a lot of looks at them, it's quote-unquote more natural.
Like, it happens, like, there are times it happens, cause, like, I know, like, some people who it happened to, but it's not, I'm saying is, like, it's not as bad as it is for, like, guy-on-guy relationships.
Like, it's nowhere near as bad. Like, even if you just take it on a platonic level, if you do, it's nowhere near as bad. Because let's say two dudes were doing these things on the street. Man, they'd be crucified. They'd be hanged, lynched.
Facts. Like, for example, like this was like NSYNC in the early '90s. It's bad. Like he's gay. Like he's gay, and he really felt like he couldn't really be himself just because of the day and age that they were in. You know what I'm saying? Like if he would, if he were to do it now, he would like if he like say if NSYNC was happening, he would have come out now, he would have gotten a lot of support. But back then, I don't think so.
And then let's put it into context.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, the early 2000s, early 90s, yeah. But like, if he were to do it now, yeah, I mean, it's a lot more but for things though, it's like for him, it's a lot more forgiving because it's because the genre he's in and his skin color. Not like trying to say like he's a terrible like he's using his privilege or anything like that. That's just how it is. One of the NSYNC members. I'm using one of the NSYNC members as an example. Like, or even like, or actually, no, another example, right? Because we all, like, a good amount of us watch Power Rangers here. The OG Blue Ranger used to get hazed, and it was one
he got harassed.
Yeah,
not hazed, he got harassed. Let's be clear.
Nah. There were some like direct people, like backstage people, literally just fucking with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like they call it hazing, it was harassing. He was being harassed, not hazed.
Some of the things he talked about.
And sororities and fraternities and stuff like that. Like hazing is to going through the process to get accepted, like getting jumped into a gang.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. My fault. He was.
It's
But
the sorority.
it's the age type of thing, you know. I mean, of course, it's still bad, but like,
Oh, yeah,
there's a
but,
definitely a positive thing at that.
Yeah,
but
but
go
I get
ahead,
what you're
Trey.
coming. Yeah, like he used to get hit all the time, and this was like what year was it? The '90s when Power Rangers started.
For the first Power Rangers?
That's
OG.
late 80s.
Yeah, I gotta be late 80s. Yeah, Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, the OG Blue Ranger Billy. He's gay.
Oh, actually, 1993. So it would be the 90s. I thought it was 80s. It's early 90s too. It's 93.
I think like if you're thinking about like '90s, it's like probably what was one after that? It was either Ninja, no, Alien Force, I think, and then Turbo was like the early like late '90s.
Yeah, but go ahead though. Yeah, the Blue Ranger. He got not sexually harassed, but he got harassed on set about being gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tay was saying, like that's one of the reasons why he had left, cause like the I forgot the name of the enemies in that series, but they would bully and make fun of him about being gay, and they would throw out like the F word and a bunch of other slurs at him, and so it led to him quitting, and that's why they had to come up with the he had to travel on a mission far away, which that wasn't the case. He just genuinely quit. I don't know specifically at what time period during the show.
I would assume so. I mean, I know he finished filming all the stuff original.
Yeah, it was during Zio after Jason became the Gold. Like that to me episodes after Jason became the Gold Ranger, because that was supposed to be his role. Would it be Billy or Tommy's older brother? Tommy's quote-unquote older brother. That's what was supposed to happen. But then like once like Billy like left, they just did a complete overhaul.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, like it's like not just in hip hop, but everywhere it's becoming a process to I don't know if normalize is the right word, but for people to be more accepting. Of,
I would say more accepting would be the better way to say it.
Yeah, accepting of homosexuality.
I would say in hip hop. I was saying hip hop though, it's like damn near like a brick wall.
No, I was just gonna say like
go ahead. Look at whatever the video is Lil Nas did with like a bunch of like naked men in like prison, right?
Industry Baby, that was his latest music video.
Now, see, look at that, right? Now, replace all of them with women. Do you know how much different the country would be?
Yeah, like Britney Spears and all these other famous female pop stars have been doing all of these songs with multiple women. Like nobody said shit when Katy Perry made "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It." Nobody said anything.
It would be female empowerment. It would be like, look at all these groundbreaking barriers, and not to mention, because it's universal fact. Women are more pleasing to look at than guys. Yeah, everybody knows this. They just have more things going on with them. But like, Lil Nas having a bunch of like naked men, and it's like we're like, whoa, hold on there, Bucko. Was like, calm down. There are kids exist. It's like, well, keep some energy. Now, of course, if you don't subscribe, something like this, I think like I want to watch the video. You know, of course, we didn't know anything beforehand. And I don't blame you for being surprised.
Yeah, it makes sense to be shocked and caught off guard.
But at this point, you gotta be you. It's on you. Like you know what he's all about.
Yeah, for sure. Like even if you say like, oh, you don't subscribe to find out this information, like, bro, Lil Nas X is literally a household name by now. Like, literally, unless you are not in tune, I'm not even gonna say with the culture, because I'm not even gonna limit it to black people or anything like that. Unless you're just not in tune with what's going on in the world as a whole, like, there should be no reason that you don't know. Yeah, exactly, like you. I don't mean that as disrespect, but like, you know, but like, Yeah, but like unless like you're like that, there should be no reason that you don't know who he is, and then and if you know who he is, there should be no reason that you don't know that he's gay. And so like if you see something that's gonna have him in it, and it's like him led, like his BET performance or the Industry Baby music video, you know he is gay. If he's gay, why would he have women up in his videos like every other person has women in their videos? He's not straight. He's not gonna do that. So you see his product, you should know it's probably gonna be gay. Like it just is what it is.
Facts.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good. I hear it, but it's not crazy. That's why I left it.
Oh yeah, cause my leg was all like literally like that's what that was, my fault. But yeah, I think you pretty much covered what I had to say on the whole Lil Nas X thing.
Yeah, but like
I'm trying to think of any point. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say too is like it's one of those things you gotta take baby steps too. Cause like I was talking to one of my homies about this when we like when we were cooling with Justin like last weekend was we like it's one of those things, Jake, like back then like media and stuff like that normalized like sometimes like normalized being like homophobic. Like there's literally like growing up like I've seen plenty of documentaries that like painted trans people in like in a bad light. And we're working, and now it's working out. And there's been plenty of context and documentary that literally pitted it like against these people. So now it's like it's a phase that we're getting out of, like I guess like that programming, that conditioning, like like that trans people are bad and stuff like that. Like it is one of those things that like you really gotta take your baby step to, and it's not like something that's happening at a slow pace. It's something that's happening at a right place. Like there's new term, like I hear about like a new term like every week, or there's something that I just still just do not understand just yet. It is one of those things that's gonna have to take time, but the way it's being rushed right now is like a lot. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
But I mean like in general within our world, it's becoming a process to be more understanding and accepting, and hip hop is probably the tougher place to phase that in, especially because with the history of black people and homosexuality, is definitely going to be a tougher place to target. So I definitely understand what he's saying, and if anybody is trying to come at him like, oh, why you don't talk to so and so about this and that, no, don't be doing that to him. I don't know if I'm not saying anybody did. I don't know if anybody is. Don't be doing that to him. All right, he is successful right now, with or without other people in hip hop. I think he will be fine, and he is doing successfully currently. And like
but there are people who there are celebrities who love him. Doja Cat loves him. Nicki Minaj loves him. And those are prominent like figures in hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if like people like say that he doesn't get support, there are clearly like figures who just love him.
Yeah, cause I was gonna say it's like even if it's not in hip hop, like somehow, all right, and I'll never understand this. Somehow, hip hop is still not the biggest genre in the world, even though a lot of things would say otherwise. But that's a different conversation for a different time.
Pop.
What'd you say?
Pop. I mean,
oh no, yeah, I know pop. No, yeah. I mean, I know, but like, you think hip hop would be right there at the second? You know what I'm saying? At the very least.
Well, hip hop isn't even the biggest genre in the country. It's
Look,
country.
I know, but you would think, Kyrie, the amount of influence, the amount of important, the news, the stories, all come from hip hop for the most part. People don't really be talking about pop stars like that anymore. Like, they kind of do, but it's really hip hop.
You see, because like the way that people divide music, especially these days, is weird. Because pop only really stands for popular. So if it's in the charts, it's automatically a pop song.
Exactly.
And then,
which means
like,
hip hop should be pop because it's the most popular.
Well, no, but it's not though. Because
besides
in the
Hispanic
Americas,
music.
country is still the most popular genre.
Which
In my defense of Eli here, I hear a lot, like, any minority people, I hear a lot of people say they don't like country. Like, majority of people.
And like that's not even outside this country.
Like
no, that's not even outside this country.
Friends.
In this country, I've been to a lot of places, and I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm not gonna cap like that. But I've been to some of the most important places within the United States, some of the most important cities, and people be like they don't like country. I know white people that be like they don't like country.
You wanna know why it ends up like that? Because country is pretty much indigenous to this part of the world, so it's gonna be more popular here. It's more homegrown.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying. Talking to people here within this country, and like even white people, they'll be like they don't like country, and this is saying that as a person who is black and actually likes country music. Not all country music, but I like some country music. And other people be like, country is almost every person I talk to, you got like, and I'm not every person, but almost every person, you ask what their least favorite music genre is. Country. You ask what they listen to. If somebody gives you I listen to everything, 9 times out of 10, they will say but country.
Yep, that's me.
I listen to country music too.
You are a 1 out of a 10 person, Justin. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I'm saying like in the reality. Three. Kyrie goes in the country too.
No, I'm saying that's me too. No, I'm saying like country like is like my last option. Like I do they like don't mess with it like that.
And it's in part due to like your first conceptions of country. Like as a kid, us, especially in New York, we don't talk about no goddamn horse.
Man, get out of here, bruh. In the New York stations, you could come on, baby, turn them lights down low. You get that?
That's what I'm saying. No. It may sound nice on a kid, but like as a kid, when we're like a bit less versed in all of music, like, you would think we're gonna be like, no, I don't listen to this when there's this. Now, of course, later on, you learn there's more to it, especially all the subcategories of country. Like there's a lot to be thrown in there. It's just a matter of finding the sound in which you really care for, or the content in which you care for.
But listen, I understand all that, but I'm saying like when you talk to people within this state where country is mainly popular, a lot of people will be like, I don't like country. Like unless you grew up in a country state, in a state where people listen to country music, a lot of people be like, they don't like country.
But you know what? A decent portion of those people also lie.
I know. No, in this country. No, in the states. I said in the states. This state. But yeah, and then like even when you talk about like white people were probably the main consumers of country music, and nowadays the same white people be listening to hip hop. So like that, so it still baffles me as to how country is still probably like top 3 and hip hop is not top 1 if not 2. That's what I be saying. But just to get it back on track, though, like, so like even if Lil Nas X chose to not work with people in hip hop because people in hip hop don't fuck with him, which is obviously not entirely the case. There's obviously people who do. Like he could go to pop, which is the bigger genre, and a bunch of pop artists is gonna work with him. Like, are you kidding me? What pop artist is not gonna work with Lil Nas X? Like and like when he came out, he was already that level of popularity. Cause like even when you look at it, and look, there's another thing back to. Okay, this is not back to that. This is just bless you. This is black people getting disrespected as a whole. Like when he dropped Old Town Road, which was considered a country song, and he even had Billy Ray Cyrus on the remix for a country song. Like it was a big thing. Already his first feature, bless you again, his first feature wasn't anybody in hip hop. It was one of the biggest country artists of all time. So like I said, like, even if he chose, if he was excommunicated from hip hop, he don't got nothing to worry about. These other genres, oh, I'm not gonna say these other genres, but pop for 100% certain is willing to accept him. I'm sure if he wanted to work with Latino artists, they'd be willing to work with him. I feel like he'd probably do great on an EDM track. I'm not gonna hold you, but like yeah, so he gonna be alright. He gonna be alright, and hip hop is definitely hip hop needs to work on its homophobia. Despite what we grew up with, despite what we know, they need to, like, not what we know, but what we were taught to know or learned, I might say. I don't know if that's a better way of saying it, but I'm trying. But like we need to get past that. You know what I'm saying? Things is what it is. Shoot, some of the people in R&B music was gay. Some of the people we looked at in R&B music, we looked at for years, and everybody was like, I always knew he was gay. And the nigga was gay. Like, you don't stop listening to his R&B songs? Like, what? So, and you get over it. But moving on to the next topic. This might be a heavy topic right here. This might be a heavy topic. I doubt it. But, actually, keeping with the theme of the LGBTQ community, it has been put out. If somebody is offended by the fact that I didn't finish that, you can bite me, and I'm gonna say that off rip, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna keep the same energy going forward. All right, I look, I don't know the whole alphabet. I'm not gonna say or act like I do, and no, I'm not.
LGBTQIA plus. All you gotta say.
I'm not gonna sit here.
Yo, stop.
I am. This is look. This is the image that you choose to present to the public. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't call them the alphabet people. I do not call them that. This is the image you choose. This is what you choose to portray. Portray. Hey.
Don't do that. Don't just stop.
That is Justin's opinion. This is the true opinion that he chooses to hold on his own. It reflects nothing for the rest of the cast here.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say it was. I thought he was about to say like it was facts. I thought he was about to like just make it worse.
I didn't think he was, but part of me thought he was gonna say it was fact. There's a small part of me thought he was gonna say it was fact. But anyway,
let's just move on.
Anyway, keeping it
Justin.
in the LGBTQ plus, it's all inclusive to the rest of the community. They have, I'm not gonna say announced, because first of all, people have took this ball and they ran with it. This is a headline thing. This is not true. Quote unquote, Tim Drake has come out as being bi. Now let me clear some things. First and foremost, he is not bi. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should clarify that. Tim Drake from the Batman comics, aka the third Robin, has come out as quote unquote bi. Clearing things up. Repeat this again. He is not bi. Okay? He is not confirmed as being bi. He just has feelings for one of his male friends, and he is working to figure out what that is. But he is not come out and said explicitly nor confirmed by him, his character, or the artists that are working on his character that he is 100% bi. Just to be clear. And I'm not saying that as to I'm against the character being bi or whatnot. I just want to make sure. Since labels matter to people, this label should matter that he is not 100% bi. Go ahead.
I mean, but look what happened to Ice, man.
Mm-hmm. And again, he's bi. Bi means you go both ways. Nah, Jason Todd would have never been my first guess. Tim literally would have been my first guess.
See, it's for me. It definitely wouldn't have been Jason Todd for my first guess.
It would have never been Jason Todd as my first guess. I would even pick Dick Grayson.
Even that, see, to me that one's a stretch. I get the first Robin outfit was a little sus.
No, not because of the outfit. Like, all right. If I was to ever,
be fair, there were a lot of gay undertones between Batman and Robin. Actually,
no. If I was to ever assume any of the Robins were in the LGBTQ community, I'm just saying, before I even got to Jason Todd as a choice, I would have picked Dick Grayson as a choice.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't.
How are you not?
Granted, like
No.
maybe like
there were a lot of gay undertones between Batman and Robin, like back in the day.
Not even just that, like not even just that, like just based off of personality and style. Like hell yes, I would choose him before I chose Jason Todd. Jason Todd would literally be last on my list out of any of the Robins, and not like I said, this has nothing to do with Robin's outfit choice from back in the day or now, because literally I could not care less. But no, I'm not gonna say that because I hated the classic Robin outfit because it just looks stupid.
Would you is that something you're about to say? Is that something
look, when I first saw the classic Robin outfit, my thought was never it looks gay or homosexual. I just thought it looked stupid. So I'll never count that as a reason as to why I would ever assume that Dick Grayson would be homosexual or bi or any other letter in the community. Because I just thought the outfit was stupid. None of the outfit said gay to me. Like, it's just a stupid outfit. I never fucked with shorts that high. You can have that opinion. That was never my opinion on it.
Yeah, but no, it is like it's not. He's not really lying. He's just basing. He just.
That was like off my opinion. I never thought it was gay. I never looked at it and said that's a fruity outfit. It's stupid. I've never been like, all right. Some people can pull off the high shorts. I cannot pull off the high shorts when I was younger or now, and I never wanted to because I always thought the high shorts were stupid. If you want to look at old basketball clips when he used to have the high up shorts, I never look at the old basketball players and be like, them shorts are gay. No, the shorts are just stupid to me because the shorts are, why are your shorts that high up? I just don't see the need for the shorts to be that high up if they're shorts.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, like I don't like shorts above the knee. Now, some shorts above the knee, some shorts above the knee, they look alright, and some people can pull it off. But the shorts that were that high up, I just thought they looked stupid to me.
From the circus, my guy, that wind resistance, you don't need that.
Yeah, that too. Robin also came from the circus, so like even then, it was a sensible outfit. It was an outfit that made sense to him. I just still thought it was stupid. Because I always thought I don't think circus outfits are stupid because of what they're used for. But if I saw somebody in public just casually walking in a circus outfit, I would think that it was stupid. So yeah.
I mean, in terms of what you were saying, like it's not confirmed. I mean, be bi. Like it reminds me of like the whole thing that happened the last couple of weeks, the Mineta thing. I don't know if
the what?
Mineta.
Oh yeah, go on. I don't know what happened with that, but keep speaking.
Okay. It's a small spoiler, but it's not like a plot spoiler for My Hero. So I don't know if you care enough.
Now I care. Go ahead.
Well, the last chapter that came out.
Hold on, let's be clear. Spoiler warning for My Hero Academia to anybody listening.
He did say it's not. He did say it's not a plot spoiler.
Yeah, it has come to light that Mineta does indeed have feelings towards Deku.
You mean Kaneki?
Purple, the bald guy, the pervert.
Wait, hold on. Where did it say that?
He literally told Deku he had healed you.
You said in the latest chapter of My Hero, or is it a chapter?
The latest one before that.
I'm about to give that one a read real fast, just to see this.
Because I'm caught up on it. I don't clearly remember it being said like that.
It's been a thing for the last like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so it might even be the chapter before that. But go ahead with what you're saying, though.
No, because like it really took everybody by surprise because because I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and then I see this man's name trending. I'm like, oh boy, why is this name trending? And then I clicked it subconsciously, and then I see some manga panels, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, bring this together. And I'm like, huh, this little imp that's always thirsting over all these chicks. Like Deku. I'm like, huh. And he was man about it. He was like, man, I was up you like all this time.
Kyrie, I think you read edited panels, my guy. Kyrie, I'm literally rereading the moment right now. Because, first of all, you're saying panels as in multiple. Everybody during the fight, again, spoilers from My Hero Academia in the manga, not anime, in the manga. So if you're not caught up on the latest manga chapter, this is spoilers. But everybody when they were fighting Deku had like, at most, a page worth of stuff. And it's not like there was a lot of dialogue said. And I'm literally looking at him right now, and none of that is said. I can read you word for word what he said right now.
Obviously, it's likely to be fine.
He said, I never thought your power was all that unique. What made me admire you was the fact that even as you were covered by a cold sweat and trembling in fear, you still led all of us to victory.
I did see that part, yes.
And then literally it's just Deku replying, sorry Mineta-kun, I'm already, and he cuts off there. There is literally no more interaction with him and Mineta.
And this is the latest chapter?
Dog, this is like 2 chapters before. This is Kun. Kun.
Well, it's Kun. We already know that's just
Look. First of all, you just said you don't know English. You gonna try to correct me on Japanese? Shut your mouth. Anyway. Shut up. I don't care. Anyway, like I was saying, Kyrie, that's literally last week's chapter. It's the chapter before the latest chapter. Yes, it's the chapter before the latest chapter.
Now, if this is indeed the case,
might not be last week, might be 2 weeks, because I don't remember when the new chapter is coming back.
Okay, well, if that is indeed the case, I will indeed redact that information I found out.
Yo, I'm telling you, because like I caught back up to this, and I've been reading it weekly since I caught up, and I would have noticed if he had said something like that. When you saying it to me, I'm hella confused. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was so lost.
Because it was talking about heavily for the last couple of weeks, man. I was like, well.
Especially when you say the latest chapter. I'm like, he wasn't even in the latest chapter.
Yeah, I was looking for that part, but. I mean.
Well, in that case, then go on then. I don't know what to say.
Also, I would say there's one thing. Let me see. Let me figure out how to word this out.
Yeah, you figured that out.
I would say, like sometimes, like I would say this, like in the comic wise of heroes, like with the LGBTQIA plus. Y'all don't like. I think the characters that are already like gay, they don't appreciate as is.
That's facts.
Like for example, Brick. Like for example, Brick, a Teen Titan, who literally abilities like it's like to create like purple bricks. I don't really know like the context of like the whole context of it, but that's an existing gay character, a Miss America, an already existing character, low key being gay. That was really never anything new. Like Like, yes, you got to go out of your way to find stuff like that, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's really nothing new.
That community.
Oh.
North Star in the X-Men.
Oh yeah, North Star.
X-Men.
Yeah, he is.
Dakin too, Wolverine's son.
Captain Planet.
See, Captain Marvel is like one of those widely known characters. Again, people just have a strong dislike. Yeah, like, well,
yeah, but she's not
disliked.
like. I don't.
Like, I don't like her. I don't like her either as a person.
I wish she was a representative of the community just because I don't like her.
And it's like, for me, it's like, I will always say this, where it's like, if you make a character, like, switch a character's gender or change their sexuality just to fit, like, a quota or an agenda, it's a slap in the face, not just to the movement, but to these characters, too. And to the already existing characters, too. Like, it's a straight slap in the face to all of that.
But yeah, like there's
like
no,
Aqualad.
like, you're right.
Aqualad too. Aqualad from Young Justice.
Yes.
Or Halo.
Like I don't. There's
Halo
a character
is...
named Halo.
Yeah. I don't know what her sexuality was. I think it's not. Was she pansexual? I'm not sure.
Which was the gay Green Lantern again?
I know who you're talking about.
I don't remember his name.
Alan Scott.
Yeah, him.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I agree with what you said. Like, there's no need to take people who have already been a part of who weren't a part of the community and then make them a part of the community or implicate that they could be, when like you have these members that people know are a part of the community, like you actively said, and you haven't ever built up on that or respectfully done them justice by that. Like, you literally have a bunch of, like, you literally just named a bunch of characters that they could have used, that they don't ever give the spotlight or place importance to. Like, you want to act like you support this whole community. You want to act like you're supporting this whole community, but you're not supporting the people who have been actively a part of the community for the whole time. That's
like,
tough for me.
To me, like, wanting to have like a character to be gay, like, to me, is just like, to me, it just seems like a little disrespectful. It kind of, and the like hyper selfish too.
Oh, I agree. 100% agree. It is extremely selfish and pandering.
And even at times, wasn't Deadpool like
Deadpool is pan.
Yeah.
He's actively pan.
Constantine.
I completely forgot.
Oh yeah, he just.
I literally completely forgot until you have just said it.
He literally had. He slept with the devil.
Yes, he did. Although I don't know if that's exactly the example that they want to use, only for religious purposes, not because of sexuality purposes.
I mean, Constantine is already damned to hell.
Listen. All right, but look, you don't want somebody that's damned to hell to be your reflection upon the LGBTQ community. You see what I'm saying? Nah, he is a good guy. Listen. I get that.
I will not say he's a good guy.
A good guy is a bit of a stretch. You quoted the fingers that. Alright. Nigga quoted fingers that we can't see.
I was about to say, at the end of the day, dude literally damned the whole girl to hell.
That is true. Constantine is never somebody you really say is a good person. Entertaining, yes, he is joyfully entertaining. Good person, no, but not. That. You can't even say bad things for the right reason. He does bad things for selfish reasons. And good things for selfish reasons too. He is neutrally chaotic. Yes, you could say that.
I see. I'm about to say it's even hard for me to say because they damned it to one of his whole friends to hell too, or they can use his friend as a container for.
Look, listen. All I was trying to say is I don't know if you want somebody and to represent the LGBTQ community that is first of all already damned to hell and secondly sleeping with the devil.
Well, my thing is like it's not like him doing all the things what we get. It's literally like him putting a little girl's soul into hell. Hell is what got him there.
He's still damned to hell. Like they already, like Christian people already say, oh, if you were a part of that community, you're going to hell. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want somebody in that community to be somebody who's actively going to hell. Whether it's no matter what the reason they're going to hell is, I don't know if that's what you want as a representative.
Also Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Batwoman.
Yeah.
Batwoman.
That's facts. That's facts. Batwoman is a big proponent. Just not the CW version of Batwoman. Let's be clear.
And you know, I gripe with that too because even when Ruby Rose was a character, like they were just completely silent, like on the character. That is like this is a character who's representing the community, have their own show, and there was a hush on it. Like if they were to make a Green Lantern show and like using Hal Jordan and using the gay version of Hal Jordan, or just making the Hal Jordan homosexual, that would be trending. That one I do not remember.
What the? But yeah, so like, I have in general, I have no feeling on Tim Drake being gay because I literally could care less that he's gay. Like I literally don't care. I said gay, bi, and he's not even bi. So again, I don't care. Like it's not news to me like that a character is bi. I see shit come out. So and so is bi. I'm just like, oh. Okay, that's it. I don't hate the character more. I don't love the character more. Oh, they're gay. All right.
The only way that like really makes me sit there and think about it is if it's like the new Rugrats situation.
Man.
With Phil and Will's mom. Because then when that happened,
I feel like that should be its own topic in itself.
Don't even get me started on that.
Then my man Howard Dirty.
But yeah, so going on to the next topic, a conversation. Gosh, Bart, what did he just fall? Oh my gosh, he went to the bottom and teleported. All right. Next topic of conversation being, as soon as I stop looking at the current game that I'm playing to actually focus and read what the topic is. Oh, Powerpuff Girls. Short and simple. Essentially for the... Ah, dang it! Essentially the...
Blossom.
Yeah, Blossom, you got me.
Yes, the person who's supposed to play Blossom for the live action Powerpuff Girls has left the project. I didn't see if they said any reason as to why.
No. The reason as to why is the scheduling conflict, because with them having to do the reshoots and stuff, she's already busy doing other things. So because she can't do any of these new shoots for the show, she has to leave the project. And they immediately started asking for a new Blossom.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's news. Like I wasn't expecting to have a long arduous conversation on that topic. Anyway, also in other news, Britney's dad has released.
Tay, when this is in about like half an hour, I'm getting McDonald's. You continuing Avengers?
I'm gonna have to get you. Let me get back to you on that thing on that one.
You could just text the nigga, be like, Tay, check your phone.
He doesn't look at messages. He hasn't seen stuff I sent him 2 weeks ago.
That's why I said, say, Tay, check your phone.
He signed again.
That's not even the worst part. That's not even as bad. I told Andrew I was gonna need him for the podcast. I told Andrew I was gonna need him for the podcast, and I even gave him an introduction, and he ain't say nothing. I was like, Andrew, introduce yourself. He ain't say nothing. I was like, God damn.
Way too much noise in my background.
Could've sent me a text. Yo, that's too much. You can keep waiting, little nigga. Keep waiting. As I was saying, Britney Spears' dad. Shut your mouth. Britney Spears' dad has given up alright, Kerry, cut me out, low-key. Conservatorship? I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Britney Spears' dad has given up his conservatorship for her. I think that's great news. Yeah, that's great news.
It's a step towards great news because with him stepping down, things will put someone else in that position. But we don't know who that will be.
That is also true. Way to be a Debbie Downer, Kyrie.
No, because if Britney is going to be actually free like we want her to, then how about we just not have this thing in the first place?
These are facts you are spitting. I'm not gonna deny that almost fell down. But yeah, I'm not gonna deny it. You are spitting facts. Tay, any opinions on that?
Nope.
Alright, so you just want to see her be held up and forever unable to make her own opinions. Heard you. Anyway, moving on from that. Let me see. After that, oh yes, GTA trilogy appears that is getting a remaster. And by a trilogy, that would be in the games Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and San Andreas.
I find it to be such a weird move.
You thought what?
I feel like such a weird move. It feels like a slap in the face to like any of the Rockstar fans. Cause like, how many times have we gotten GTA 5 released on a new console, and then we wait for some news about GTA 6, and it's like, oh, remaster for these three. I'm like, okay.
Oh, you think that's the slap in the face?
I'm not really mad about it, because it's just GTA. I've never been, like, invested in a GTA game like that. But, like, you would think that, like, getting GTA 5 on the P3, the P4, the P5, on your toaster, on the fridge, like along with Skyrim. It's
in the
like,
car.
we would finally hear from GTA 6. But like, nah, it's like, oh, yeah, you know, we're gonna remaster these.
Let me tell you why I feel some way about it. And I don't strongly feel a way about it, but I do feel a way about it. Because people in the modding community, you know how the modding community get down. They were modding the older GTA games off the new GTA game system. And then this is partly why people already felt like there was probably a remaster of the trilogy coming out, because they had shut down those mods and stopped people from working on it. Which, like, I get it on a business level, obviously, you know, of course. You know, you have this product coming out, so you don't want people to continue working on it. That makes perfect sense. But, like, it's still kind of fucked up. Like, it took them... It's been how many years? Like, damn, GTA 5 been out for over 5 years now, right? Yeah, 2013.
Oh,
What we
no. It's been like more than
7?
that.
Oh my God, it's been like 7 years.
I was
Eight.
in seventh
It's
grade.
2021.
I was in the 7th grade when GTA 5 came out.
Yeah, and we're in 2021, so it's literally about to be 8 whole years since the game came out. Tay's older than us.
Are you sure? He's our age.
I thought he was older. Why did I think he was older than us? Tay, how old are you? Don't say that on stream. Don't say that on stream. Don't say that on stream.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, good thing. You know what? Thank you.
You know how old we are, though, right?
That's not too sensitive of an information.
Justin is.
Oh, Justin is older than us. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah. So it's like GTA 5 has been out for.
So if it's the 7th grade, that means it's only been out for a decade.
Not a whole decade yet. It's been 8 years. Cause you said 2013.
But you see, he said 7th grade. That's
No,
like 2010.
8th.
Oh, okay. 8th grade? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's either 2011 or 2012, depending.
All right. Well, you know what? It's been so long. We could let's just say it's been out for about a decade. GTA 5 alone. So that's not even saying how old San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3 is. Y'all literally could have remastered those games eons ago.
Not to mention, they said it will have some new graphics and some old graphics. Like, what the fuck is that?
I have no idea. I really do have no, like, what do you mean some old graphic? Why would you even keep some old graphic? I mean, okay, nostalgia reasons, I could kind of get it, but some of those games are, not some, those games are really old. Why would you even keep some old graphics?
He's not wrong in this.
Like, just make it new.
What was the business decision in doing this?
Like, and then on top of that, if you're gonna keep some old graphics, that's stupid. People were making it with the all new graphics, so it's still stupid.
And then, like, is it a bundle? Is it coming to be a bundle? Because I'll be damned.
I'll be damned if these games gotta be bought independently.
You know what? I just remembered something. The same, like, kind of like studio that Rockstar like owns or whatever. They're the same people who like worked on the Mafia Trilogy remaster. So if it's probably gonna be on the same level as like Mafia Definitive Edition, and that will look really good. So I don't think it's gonna turn out too bad.
But you see, Andrew, like, even if that's the case, like, did you hear them say anything as blasphemous as saying they're gonna have some new graphics and some old graphics? So that one statement by itself sounds disgusting.
These are rumors, so everything is up in the air. But if that is the case, then I feel like it just means like assets, like that's it. Like,
but see, then but watch this though. Like, it still doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, no, it makes sense, but like, it's still stupid then that they closed out and stopped people who were making the entire game in all new graphics. Not no reused assets from the old games, none of that. It was all being built off of GTA 5's engine. And if you tell me that they stopped that to put out an inferior quality product, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna count. Like, if it's actually inferior product to what these modders are working on, I'm gonna be upset. But yeah, so that's that. Alright, here's the topic of conversation.
You didn't mention Red Dead.
To mention what?
You didn't mention Red Dead. That was also part of the remaster, the first Red Dead.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
Yo, what's up, boys?
We're streaming.
They said if it sells well, then there were talks about Red Dead.
Yeah, because from what I've seen, all the news was on the trilogy, and from what I read.
Like it's reported that those three GTA games are coming out this year, and then if it sells well enough, to do it for Red Dead.
Which, to be honest, Red Dead doesn't even need. Like, if there was ever a game, like, let me not say if there's ever a game, but Red Dead just, it doesn't need a remaster. It just doesn't. Like, it still looks fine. Like, obviously it doesn't look the best, but it looks fine now.
Eli, are you on anything right now? You put a podcast right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, my fault. Okay.
You're fine. But yeah, so next topic, moving on from that. Alright, so it's alright, I have it labeled as the Avatar cast. Not really, we're not really gonna be talking about the cast per se. And by Avatar, let me be clear, the superior Avatar is what's being discussed here. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Earth, Fire. I said it backwards. It's Earth, Water, then Fire, and then Air. Yeah.
No, it's Water, Earth, Fire, and...
Exactly, that's exactly what I said it was. So yeah. But yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't know how many people know, is getting a live action show on Netflix. And recently they put what did I just say just now? I said recently, it sounded weird. Recently they put out the cast list not the cast list. They put out the 4 actors who are going to portray the characters of I'm gonna piss people off with this. Ong, Katara, Sokka, and Zuko.
Somebody get their names.
If it wasn't gonna be him, it was gonna be me. So there's no avoiding it.
So you're filthy. Is that?
I don't know. I'm just a disrespectful op. That's it.
So you're filthy.
Just a disrespectful op. Okay. But yeah,
anyway.
but I mean, I don't know if you guys saw who's gonna be portraying these characters. I don't really feel no way about it. I
just wonder why the actor for Aang is like dumb young.
Because Aang is younger than Katara and Sokka.
Like
he's hardly younger than Katara. Like hardly.
Yeah. Like I think it was like only like what, a year or two.
It should be 2 years.
This dude like they got like at least like 4 or 6 years on this kid.
This is true.
Now, see, and I thought this pretty weird why they were recording on like 2 separate days, because I think it was yesterday it was getting more press, but days before that they definitely showed off the cast members, and people were so pressed that Katara was so light-skinned, which I definitely understand, because like her and Sokka definitely are amongst the darkest characters in the original show. So it's like, yeah. Now see, Zuko is probably the only person on that cast list that I can kind of get around. He looks kind of alright. But after that,
they may tan up with filming, so like I'm gonna try to ease up on that.
Just like, yeah. But it makes me wonder, because it's been a while since we've gotten any news about the live-action show, especially considering how, no. I'm getting their names mixed up. It's, no, it's Brian Konietzko. Him, and then I'm forgetting the other one's names right now. It's really upsetting for me. But once they were talking about all the themes they'd be trying to put into the Netflix show that made them want to leave the project, now I gotta wonder if any of that changed since then. Because there were talks of like blood and sex and stuff, and I'm like, if they're staying true, some of the ages here, more importantly, like Avatar, then like I'm gonna assume, I'm gonna hope that they're not involved in any of the more mature stuff. But we all know Netflix is a little weird.
Yeah.
if anything, I would assume that like Sokka and Suki, whoever they cast as Suki, if they get that far, they'll probably be handling all of that. Zuko and May will probably be handling all of that. But beyond all of that, or I guess maybe even Sokka and Yue, because that is book one, but they hardly knew each other before she up and turned to the goddamn moon. But I digress.
I do agree with that, but going off of TV, how TV work, I still would say for that amount of time that they did, it wouldn't even be that surprising if they did participate in the fornicating.
Especially with shows, especially what happened with Cuties last year and their shows with Big Mouth.
Don't want to talk about
It's not gonna surprise me.
But Big Mouth's a little different. You can get away with certain stuff, and does it make some things acceptable? Not really, but you have more leg room work of animation. This is whole people, which is why Cuties, being as weird as it was, deserved all of the hate that it got.
I was almost concerned where you were gonna go with that, but yeah, speaking facts.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, my opinion on the cast is reflective of my opinion on the show. At this point in time, I really just do not care that much about it. Like, I'll watch it when it comes out just to see what's going on with the going-ons.
I will give
But
it
like,
episodes
it was my hype or whatever excitement I had for it was already killed when we was on the original. People aren't gonna be on the show anymore. Aren't interested in working on the show anymore because of what they're trying to do. So, yeah.
It makes me wonder: does Netflix even tell these people the changes that they want to make before they even like get
I think they would definitely know. That's withholding information.
I mean, they definitely have to say something, especially if they knew it. The person knew enough to want to, not the person, but the people knew enough to want to leave.
And it makes me wonder, because like with the announcement of Avatar Studios, I want to say earlier this year, this has been a really long half of the year for me. Had they not left this project, would it have even been considered to still have been like attached to that name? Because they're already making their own shows and books and theatrical releases, so it's like, okay. And if they were attached to this live action project before they eventually left, I wonder if they would have tried to integrate that into this. Because had they gone through, stayed along with all of this talk of how different it could potentially be, the original source material, might even be good PR for them.
And plus, I wondered if they knew about Paramount Plus too, because if they were really want to make a new show, can they just put the joint on Paramount?
Well, Paramount Plus wasn't even in talks yet at that time.
Yeah.
So that's another.
Well, I mean, there was rumors about it, but nothing confirmed.
Like literally, nah, it really wasn't even a thought. And even though they have a bunch of Nickelodeon stuff on there, I mean, there was already a lot of talks of Nickelodeon and Netflix having a partnership, which is why that Invader Zim movie came out on it, and because it did so well, they wanted to do more stuff with it. But I haven't heard anything about that since.
Well, with that being said, I know. Well, with that being said, our beautiful, messy show is coming to an end. Avatar being the final topic, I will save this Suicide Squad topic for next week because I'm not over it, Tay, downplaying the amazing elasticity. But I digress. But yeah, with that, our show is coming to an end. With that, I bid you adieu. C'est la vie. I don't even know if that's actually buying a language. I really just felt like saying that just now.
It is. It's French.
It is? Oh, okay, it's French. Oh, okay. But yeah.
Ignorance.
You know what? You don't support black businesses. Alright. And with that, a podcast coming to an end.